Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Cub Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors, working on my speed. That's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never make it up. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God. Let her cook. All this sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSM, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
A chilly late November evening and the day before Thanksgiving can only mean one thing in the state of Indiana. Boys basketball is back. In 49 other states, it's just basketball, but this is Indiana, and we open up the 2025-2026 IHSAA boys basketball season for both Northrop and Norwell tonight, live from the castle as the Bruins and Knights face off for the first time since 2020. Jared Matheny, glad to be with you here, SummitCitySports.com. We are live from the castle at Norwell High School here in Ossian, Indiana for the opener between Northrop and Norwell. Two teams who finished right near 500 or at 500 a season ago, with Northrop going 10-14 last year, falling to Carroll in the sectional championship at the Charger Fieldhouse, 58-39. 10-14 last season, and that was after they struggled mightily the year before, getting just one victory. And now head coach Shane Merriman in his third season at the helm for Northrop. This looks like a brand new program for the Bruins. Northrop, one win in Coach Merriman's first season, 10 wins last year. They're hoping to get over the 500 mark this year and compete once again for a sectional championship in 4A sectional number 5. Norwell coming in 12-12 a season ago, falling to New Haven in the sectional semifinals 71-49. A young group of really talented Knights on the floor again this year. It'll be led by the McBride boys, Nick and Josh McBride, junior and sophomore respectively for Norwell. And when you look at the overall numbers for these two teams, you realize that they're two teams who do, on paper, seem like they're going to match up pretty well, at least in the opener. Michael McBride, now in his 10th season at the helm with Norwell, 143 wins, 78 losses, his 22nd year overall as a head coach, 262 career wins for head coach Michael McBride. These two teams will be each on the road in their next games out. Northrop on the road at Cherubusco on Saturday, and Norwell will open here tonight on Wednesday night, then be off for the next 6 days. They'll travel to Mississinawa for a matchup against Ole Miss on December 2nd. First conference game for Northrop is on December 12th. That'll be at Bishop Luers, and the first Northeast 8 game of the season for Norwell comes on December 19th against DeKalb. You look at the numbers for these two teams from a season ago, and starting specifically with Northrop, the Bruins last year relied on a heavy group of seniors that kind of founded the way for Coach Merriman and this new path forward. But they graduated 67% of the scoring from last year's team. That includes James Browning, Marshawn Warfield, both average right about 10 points per game. Don LeRae Reese Jr., and now in his senior season, he has been a spectacular player all 4 years for Northrop. He averaged 12 points to lead the scoring for the Bruins a season ago. Other side, talked about McBride 1 and 2 with Josh and Nick. Also go down this order here. You got a bunch of juniors and sophomores, just one senior on the varsity roster for Norwell. That is Noah Comer, 6'1" forward. He is the only senior on the roster for Norwell this season. For Northrop, they've got a couple of seniors on that roster alongside Don LeRae Reese Jr. We'll see Miles Scott and Cameron Ford. Also a transfer in from Snyder, Anthony Barnes. I got a couple of transfers in to this group for Northrop this season. Should make for a very interesting match up number 1 between the Bruins and the Knights here in Ossian at the Castle. 3A sectional number 22 for Norwell, New Haven, Belmont, Heritage, Marion, Ole Miss, and Norwell, the 6 teams that make up that sectional. 4A sectional 5 consisting of Carroll, Northside, Snyder, and Northrop. Last meeting and the only meeting in the last 40 years between these two teams was back on December 30th of 2020. Norwell 61, Northrop 46. Again, that's the only meeting between these two teams over the course of the last 40 years. If you're wondering how the JV contest went, Northrop defeated Norwell 55-40 in the JV game. Northrop started the game on a 13-0 run. Norwell made it 13-10 after 1. Much more competitive game after the start, but Northrop pulling away late for that 15-point victory. And our other games going on tonight on Summit City Sports. We are live boys basketball opener at the Cage at Concordia with Leo taking on the Cadets. We've also got Fort Wayne hockey tonight. Carroll against Leo and Homestead against the Vipers. Getting ready for the opener between Norwell and Northrop. We are live from the Castle in Ossian, Indiana. As we get ready for the national anthem, we'll step aside, take a 90-second break right about then, and then we'll come back with your starters and tip-off from Norwell High School. Ossian, Indiana, a great location for a basketball game and a great way to start the new season. Again, in 49 other states, it's just basketball, but this is Indiana. Northrop, Norwell, 2 teams right near 500 a season ago, looking to pick up win number 1.
From the PSM Sports Therapy, and I have a message for college athletes. Don't let an injury slow you down while you're home from the holidays. At PSM Sports Therapy, we know athletes, and our team specializes in treating them. Whether you are recovering from surgery, dealing with a nagging injury, or just want to make sure your body is right for your upcoming season, take advantage of your break and schedule your sessions today. That way you can get back to campus feeling stronger than before. Check out our website at psmsports.com or call us at 260-266-4007 to get scheduled.
I'm Brian Avery, Director of Champions Together for the Indiana High School Athletics Association. Champions Together is a program that partners the IHSAA and Special Olympics Indiana. It is designed to provide opportunities for students with and without intellectual disabilities to participate together on fields of play and in other activities throughout the year. Unified sports, an important part of Champions Together, allows students who might not otherwise have the opportunity a chance to represent their school in interscholastic sport and compete for an IHSAA state championship. Unified sports currently exist in roughly 1/3 of IHSAA member schools, and that number is growing. For over 10 years, Champions Together and Unified Sports have helped promote relationships between students with and without intellectual disabilities, increase graduation rates and school attendance, and improve the culture within our schools. To learn more about what is happening in the inclusion revolution, visit ihsaa.com.
We welcome you back to the Castle, Ossian, Indiana. Game number 1 for both Northrop and Norwell to kick off a new season of high school basketball in Indiana. Let's meet the starters first for the visiting team on the scoreboard, the Bruins of Northrop High School. Head coach Shane Merriman in his 3rd year at the helm for Northrop. 6'6" forward and a junior wearing number 0, Anthony Barnes. A 6 foot even junior guard, number 1, Tyvon Alexander. Senior at 6'1", wearing number 5, Don LeRae Reese Jr. A 6 foot even senior and a guard, number 11, Cameron Ford. And the sophomore forward at 6'4", Zach Darrow gets the start for the Bruins as well. We'll take you to the other side of the floor now. Realize it is a little bit tougher to see especially with people standing on their feet, but that's where we're situated in the corner here, so we'll have to make do on that part of things. Let's meet the starters for the Norwell Knights. 6'4" forward, number 2, Jack Richardson. He's 5'10" junior guard. Number 10, Cade Thornton. A 6'1" sophomore guard. Number 22, Josh McBride. A 6 foot even junior guard. Wearing number 24, Nick McBride. And rounding out the lineup, 6'1" senior forward, number 30, Noah Comer. Michael McBride is the head coach of the Norwell Knights in his 10th season here at Norwell. Before we get started tonight, I want to remind you that today's broadcast of Indiana High School boys basketball is being brought to you by all of our great sponsors, including the Big Eyed Fish. They've been around the area for... Let's try that one again. The Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations. You can enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at the Big Eyed Fish. Tom Steele Tires has been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years to help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services. Let's tip it off. A new season underway from Norwell High School, and the Northrop Bruins win the opening tilt. A new-look Bruins roster once again this season for head coach Shane Merriman, now in year number 3, from 1 win in his first year to 10 wins a season ago, and Northrop trying to continue to build for this program. Baseline out of bounds, and possession stays with the Bruins. I'll get you adjusted here so you can get a little bit of a better view on this far side of the floor. Things will be a little bit easier for our picture once we get to where Norwell will be located offensively tonight. Don LeRae Reese Jr. left wing triple is off the iron, and Darrow's over the back. And that'll be the first team foul as Darrow is charged with his first. And now we'll see some full court pressure being applied by Northrop. Josh McBride kicks out. Comer back out up high for Nick McBride. Norwell trying to set something up offensively here as Comer goes to the elbow. Richardson hands off. Triple for Josh McBride is through. Norwell's on the board first. As Josh McBride nets the triple. Alexander handing off. This is Don LeRae Reese Jr., 12 points per game a year ago to lead the Bruins offensively. Alexander on the jumper, no. Chance for the offensive rebound for Barnes, but McBride comes away with it. This is Josh McBride once again pushing up the floor. Thornton working towards the top. Instead of the middle, it's Comer. And we've got another foul. This one coming against Northrop, but if it's on Darrow, that's his second already. It's on Alexander instead, his first. Team foul number 2 of this opening quarter. Nick McBride, entry to Josh McBride, and there's 2 more for Norwell. McBride to McBride, and Josh has all 5 points early for the Knights. Alexander dribbled it off his foot. Opportunity down the floor. Nick McBride in transition, lays it through. All Norwell to start. Bruins offense, again, you get Don LeRae Reese Jr. back, but 67% of the scoring from last season not on the roster this year. Baseline foul coming against Norwell. And it's on Comer, his first. Miles Scott, the senior, enters for Northrop. Barnes hands off to Alexander. A couple of changes for Norwell. Drew Jolly is in the game, as well as Trey Privet. Alexander directing traffic. No shot clock in Indiana High School basketball. 5:35 to play in the opening quarter. 3 off the iron. Loose ball and rebound fought for and picked up by Privet. And miscommunication between Cade Thornton and Privet. Turnover from the Norwell offense. Jackson Robinson to the scorer's table for Northrop here early. Ford gave up all the way around. Now they go inside to Barnes. Left block, Anthony Barnes using that big frame but can't finish. Got it back and then stripped on the way up. Out of bounds. Stays with Northrop. 5:06 opening quarter. And now Jackson Robinson on. Ford off for Northrop. Got a feeling that if Barnes can be, in a sense, unlocked for Northrop at that 6'6" frame, it's going to be one of the tougher matchups in the SAC this season. Great step through for Alexander. Foul called on the floor. Alexander wants the free throw, and it looks like they gave him the bucket there. So initial look like that would have been continuation, but count the bucket for Alexander. And an and one free throw upcoming. So Alexander with an and one free throw upcoming. Off the mark, Don LeRae Reese Jr. nearly grabbed a rebound. And here's that full court pressure being applied by Northrop. McBride through traffic, pulls up, little runner short. Got his own rebound, sticks it up again, and this one falls through. Nick McBride with 2 more points. And the McBrides have combined for all 9 for Norwell. 4:35 first quarter. Alexander for Reese, 3 ball. Nope, off the iron, out. Defensive board for Cooper Bunn. This one thrown up the floor for Privet. Good jump stop and the lay-in. McBride the assist, 11-2. Norwell leading Northrop. Nearly midway through this first quarter. Norwell was a young team last year, had a chance to really grow together as a unit as the year progressed. Set them up well for this season. Alexander, top of the key, triple is down. Tyvon Alexander with all 5 points, give Barnes the assist. Josh McBride kicks out, Privet, corner 3. And there is Barnes with a big rebound. It's one of those guys in there at 6'6". He's got such a height advantage over everybody else on the floor except for Jack Richardson of Norwell, who's 6'4". But Richardson not currently out there. Alexander, shifty. Missed the jumper. Outlet up the floor. Bunn nearly lost it. Off McBride, 3. Loose ball rebound collected by Nick McBride. Finds Josh. Through traffic and draws the contact. Let's check out some of the early action here on the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. There's McBride with an early triple. That's Josh McBride at the line. Misses on the first. And just a couple of possessions ago, Barnes, little flip, Alexander, too much space for him, and he cans it. One for 2 at the stripe for Norwell, and McBride up to 6 points. 2:45 opening quarter. A couple of new faces in for Northrop. Harris for the first time on the floor. This is Jackson Robinson. Kick out. Scott patient. They work it around the arc left. Don LeRae Reese, 3-pointers off the mark. And Richardson with a defensive rebound. Starting 5 on the floor currently for Norwell. Josh McBride up top for Thornton. And a travel on Thornton. Just got his feet moving too quickly. Tyvon Alexander, Michael Griffin Jr. into the game for Northrop as Reese checks out. You know, Northrop in football this year had one of their best seasons in recent memory, probably since we turned the calendar to 2000. Getting more athletes in the building, some of them playing football, of course. Left wing 3 doesn't fall there, and we're inside of 2 minutes to play in the first quarter. Josh McBride up ahead to Thornton. And a reach-in foul coming against Northrop here. It's on Michael Griffin Jr., his first, team foul number 4.
Substitution for the Bruins, number 11, Cameron Ford.
Cameron Ford back on for Northrop. They go inbound. McBride catches, releases, and scores 2 more. So Josh McBride with 8. Northrop trailing now by 9 points in this first quarter. Alexander directing traffic. Got to the elbow, kicks off. He'll get it back. Alexander 3. Halfway down and then popped out. And that one went off the foot of McBride, out of bounds. Northrop basketball. Inside the final minute of the opening quarter. A new basketball season underway in the state of Indiana for boys basketball. Darrow blocked inside by Richardson. Comer feeds ahead. Richardson back to Comer. Kick out for Thornton. Comer down to the floor. A little bit hobbled as he got back to his feet. Norwell trying to drain the rest of this first quarter clock. Final 20 seconds. Josh McBride. Dribbled it off his foot, out of bounds. Northrop basketball, and while Norwell was trying to have the final shot of the first quarter, Northrop should have it. 9.5 seconds to go. Alexander's got all 5 points for Northrop. 5 seconds and 4. Alexander kicks out. Darrow drives in, shuffled his feet. And 0.7 on the clock for Norwell to take a shot here. And they won't even take a shot. That'll bring us to the end of the opening quarter. Norwell with a good start. Josh McBride with 8 points to lead the way. 14-5. Knights over the Bruins after 1.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Getting ready for second quarter action from Ossian. Want to remind you that at Ottweiler Contracting, we invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process. From bid to build, visit OttweilerContracting.com. And Summit Volleyball builds and trains the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. No jump balls in that opening quarter, so Norwell kept the arrow throughout. It is 14-5. Josh McBride with 8 to lead all scorers in this one. Tyvon Alexander lost it as he was going through traffic and then recorralled it. It is a travel on a turnover by the Bruins. 14-5 after the first. And this is where Northrop can get dangerous. Force the turnover. Reese to the elbow, kick out, Alexander for 3. And creating it off the turnover for the Bruins. Alexander with all 8. And now a foul going the other way.
Northrop foul, charged to number 4, Miles Scott. It's his first. Team second.
Miles Scott charged with his first. First team foul of the second quarter. 7:25 remaining in the first half. Nick McBride, good work, and the scoop for 2. Open look on the outside, and Ford buries it for Northrop. 3 starting to fly a little bit more frequently for the Bruins, and it's a 5-point game. Jump ball, and that's exactly what Anthony Barnes is looking for. Gets called for the travel, but in any high-point situation tonight, you figure 0 and orange is going to be the one that goes and wins it. Loose ball, takeaway, Ford up the floor, had it stripped on the way up by McBride. It stays with Northrop. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning. Check out the lay-in from McBride there. Alexander inbounding to Ford. Just can't get that position inside that they want for Anthony Barnes. Alexander, head fake, pulls up, step through, floater's too strong. Barnes got it and got fouled. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. Alexander on the kick out and Ford lacing the 3. Anthony Barnes, the pair of free throws upcoming for Northrop. And 0 for 2 on this trip. 6:05, second quarter. Norwell lead is 5 after they led by 9 after 1. Took a chance, left open McBride, 3 doesn't fall. Reese, floater, Can't get the soft touch. Josh McBride up ahead. Good hesitation and draws the foul. It sends Drew Jolly to the free throw line for 2. Don LeRae Reese Jr. charged with his first, team foul number 2 in the second quarter as Jolly has a pair of free throws. And both teams struggling at the line early. 1 for 2 on this trip. Still just a 2-possession lead for Norwell. Heads up in the student section. Nice snag by Scott. Looking for some motion on offense. Alexander against zone set up defensively. Ford, 3. He's got another. Ford and Alexander have combined for all 14 points for Northrop. McBride, good back cut, and the fancy lay-in. Bunn, good for 2. Grabbed his head after the fact, but he looks to be okay going back down the floor off that late contest by Barnes. Harris, 3, doesn't fall, and Josh McBride skies for the board. And pushing ahead again. Got to get back defensively if you're Norwell, as Bunn, too easy of a lay-in, forces a Northrop timeout. 4:38 to play in the first half. And a football score, 21-14, Norwell in front of Northrop. Don't forget, Jolly Law Firm is the area's best criminal defense firm, helping defend the accused from the government. Whether you're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm is the answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most can be completed in 12 months. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. You can visit online.sf.edu for more information. Specialist in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration. TJWindustrial.com. Again, that's TJWindustrial.com. And the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Labor's District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA.
Substitutions out of the timeout for Northrop, number 10, Michael Griffin Jr.
4:38 to play in the first half. The last 4 points have been scored by Norwell after Northrop cut the lead to 3. Tyvon Alexander, as well as Cameron Ford, combined for all 14 points. Nick and Josh McBride with 15 of the 21 for Norwell. Get that timeout on the board for the Bruins as Alexander looks for the screen right. Feeds into Barnes, lost the basketball. It is going to stay here.
Substitution for Northrop, number 3.
Jackson Robinson coming on, Ford coming out. A lot more depth for Northrop than we've seen in recent years, certainly. Jumpers off for Alexander. Again, applying that full court pressure. McBride ahead. Richardson stalling and gives to Josh McBride. Privet up high, midway through the second quarter. Richardson hands off. McBride, floater doesn't go. Good work defensively on that possession by Northrop. Harris. And that one you could hear from up here. Privet slaps the arm of Barnes, and the personal foul on Norwell. 3:39 second quarter, and still a 7-point lead. Zach Darrow back on for the Bruins as Michael Griffin Jr. comes out. Darrow back to Alexander. Patient against the zone, kicks out wide. Alexander, corner pocket, doesn't fall. Harris, smallest body in there, got the rebound. Barnes inside, finger roll doesn't go. Harris got it back. All sorts of opportunities, and Barnes finally puts it through. Back up the floor, there is Barnes. We got a hand on it. Stays with Norwell. Thornton and Comer back in. Drew Jolly also re-enters. Don LeRae Reese back on for Northrop. And that'll give Barnes a rest. He's done a great job defensively in this first half for Northrop. Just man-to-man defense for Northrop against that vaunted Norwell zone. On the other side, Harris, he's been all over the glass. Corner three is through for Jackson Robinson. Northrop down by just 2. Good defensive pressure out up high. Nick McBride. Contact. And one. Drew Jolly plus the foul.
Northrop foul charge to number 15, Zach Darrow. His second, team third of the quarter. Substitution for the Bruins, number 0, Anthony Barnes. Drew Jolly at the line, shooting 1.
Barnes back on the floor. And one free throw upcoming. Jolly take the 2. Other side, Reese's 3 doesn't go, but there's Barnes again with an offensive rebound, and he's fouled in the midst of kicking that ball out to Harris.
Norwell foul charge to number 30, Noah Comer. His second, team third. Substitution for the Knights, number 3, Trey Pruitt.
Well, Northrop showing that they can score in bunches from the outside. And Harris whistled for the travel. McBride, floater. Jolly offensive rebound. Kick out. McBride for 3. 2 open. Nick McBride buries it. He's got 9. And the Norwell lead is back up to 7. Alexander cuts to the iron and lays it through. Alexander now leading all scorers with 10 points. And Jolly whistled for the travel. 1:18 second quarter, 5-point lead for Norwell over Northrop, but a good opening matchup between these two teams, both trying to find their footing in game number 1 of 2025-26. Robinson into Barnes. Plus the foul, and 1, Anthony Barnes. It's on Jolly. And this is just, what else can you do against the big man underneath? Too much good position. And one free throw coming for Barnes, and a chance for Northrop to get this to a 2-point ball game. Barnes did miss his first 2 free throws tonight. Connects here, and it is a 2-point game. .50 seconds to go. McBride's 3 is off. Josh McBride, what a tip back.
Josh McBride.
He's now got 10 points. And Northrop, 35 seconds left in the first half, may think about holding for the final shot. Good catch by Reese. Inside of 20 seconds. Alexander, baseline, spins it out. Here's Reese. Down to 10. Harris floats. Alexander, 3-ball. Rolled out. Harris offensive board. 3 seconds to go. Loose ball on the floor. And with .6 on the clock, the arrow does favor Northrop. And they'll have a chance to catch and shoot. Inbound, Alexander buries the 3. Some confusion on the floor with the officials. They're going to say no basket. And they're going to re-put that .6 on the clock. Official handed the ball off, but the back official was not ready to go. Barnes misses the lay-in, and that is how the first half comes to a close. Neither team going to be happy with how that half ended. Before we take you to break, let's check out the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay here. You'll see the inbound. The official's going to give the ball. Alexander 3, but that backside official stops the play here and then kind of continues with it. And then they got together after the fact and ruled this off. So take the 3 points away from Alexander. No points for Barnes at the end either. And it is 28-24. Norwell on top of Northrop at the half.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
Started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Club Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions, together we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never making up. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bad. Oh God. Let her cook. All this sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSM, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Halftime break at the Castle. Norwell 28, Northrop 28-24. Jaron Matheny, SummitCitySports.com. Matt Jackson running our camera here tonight. Wanted to wish you all a very happy and healthy Thanksgiving. 28-24, Norwell leads, and the Knights led 14-5 after one. Josh McBride and Tyvon Alexander each have 10 points in this game. Alexander for Northrop, McBride for Norwell. Those are the two leading scorers. Nick McBride with 9 points for Norwell, 4 points for Cooper Bunn, Privet with 2, and Jolly with 3. The other side, Northrop led by Alexander with 10. Ford has 6 points, 4 points for Barnes, and 3 points for Robinson, totaling up to those 24 points for Northrop. 28-24 halftime lead for Norwell over Northrop. Got about a little bit over 3 minutes remaining until we get the second half started. JV game saw Northrop defeat Norwell 55-40, the final score there. And again, as a reminder, last meeting between these two teams, December 30th, 2020, that was a 61-46 win for Norwell. And that's the only meeting in the last 40 years between these two teams. Northrop will be at Churubusco on Saturday. Norwell will be off for the next 6 days after tonight and will travel to Mississinewa on Tuesday, December 2nd. Before we get into second half action, I want to remind you that today's broadcast of Indiana High School boys basketball is being brought to you by all of our great sponsors, including Parkview Sports Medicine, where you can earn your edge this season. PSM's Edge Training Sports Training Program maximizes your athleticism through personalized performance training to reach your goals and get you to the next level. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. Tonight's broadcast is being brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. You can follow us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel. Of course, the Big Eyed Fish has been around the Northeast Indiana area for generations, and you can enjoy the best fish in Fort Wayne in a family-friendly environment at the Big Eyed Fish. And don't forget, Tom Steele Tire is servicing the Fort Wayne area. Tom Steele Tire. They've been servicing the Fort Wayne area for over 40 years. They'll help you find the perfect tire for your vehicle and other auto repair services. Halftime break. Norwell gets the basketball to begin the second half, and a 4-point lead for the Knights over the Bruins here at the Castle. And the new boys basketball season is upon us. Northrop 10-14 a season ago. Norwell 12-12 last year. Two teams hoping to go a little bit further in the right direction this season. We'll have second half action between Northrop and Norwell after the break here. SummitCitySports.com, live on IHSAATV.org and on YouTube.
From the PSM Sports Therapy, and I have a message for college athletes. Don't let an injury slow you down while you're home from the holidays. At PSM Sports Therapy, we know athletes, and our team specializes in treating them. Whether you are recovering from surgery, dealing with a nagging injury, or just want to make sure your body is right for your upcoming season, take advantage of your break and schedule your sessions today. That way you can get back to campus feeling stronger than before. Check out our website at psmsports.com or call us at 260-266-4007 to get scheduled.
It is Norwell basketball to begin the second half. Once again, don't forget, Ottweller Contracting. We invest in our customers by providing peace of mind during the entire process. From bid to build, visit OttwellerContracting.com. And Summit Volleyball trains and builds the highest quality volleyball players in the area from ages 5 to 18. Jump on board. Together, we can reach the summit. Third quarter begins. Norwell basketball. In a lively environment inside the castle tonight. Of course, just a week ago, maybe a little bit longer at this point, but Norwell here at home took down the then number one ranked team in the state in Homestead. And the Knights now in 4A this year for girls basketball with the success factor as Josh McBride cans a triple right out of the break. He now leads all scorers with 13 points. Northrop has shown an ability to hit the outside shot in this game. Just looking for some more consistency as Barnes worked his way inside, got it back. He's fouled and one. Barnes has been a bully on the inside. That big frame, hard to contain for a relatively small Norwell group. Comer just picked up his third personal foul as Barnes and one free throw is good. So Barnes up to 8 points for Northrop. A 4-point lead for Norwell. McBride blocked by Barnes. So he got that left paw in the air and sends it back. Alexander straight to the left block. Barnes. Offensive rebound and a foul underneath against Norwell. They just have not had an answer to number 0 in orange, who has given Northrop so many extra opportunities in this game. 6:51 third quarter. McBride, Josh, called for his first. Jolly is in the game. Privet also in. Reese's shot doesn't fall, but it's last touched by Privet. That was something that, coming in, said they were missing 67% of their scoring. Well, Don LeRae Reese was the one who was bringing back the scoring for Northrop, and he did not score in that first half of play. Barnes to the lefty hook shot. And Anthony Barnes putting on a show. He's got 10. Loose ball and a whistle on the outside coming against Northrop. This is on Zach Darrow. And within the first minute 34 of this third quarter, we've got 3 whistles for fouls. Isaiah Harris back on for the Bruins. Hey, he did a phenomenal job of rebounding the basketball in the first half despite his 5'9" frame. Wide open look for Jolly, and the finger roll is good. Harris back for Reese. Trying to space it out a little bit more as Alexander pulls up, can't hit. There's Barnes again. Got his hands on an offensive rebound, draws another foul. And Anthony Barnes, relentless on the glass tonight. McBride, Nick, charged with his first. But the third team foul already in this third quarter. 5:53 to play in the third. Alexander. There's Reese. They go into Barnes. Double team comes. Good ball movement from Northrop. Robinson stops, pops, missed it. Jolly defensive rebound. Pressure against Josh McBride. Breaks the trap, kicks to Nick McBride. 3-ball off the iron, and there is Harris. Defensive board, outlets ahead. Reese on the attack. No. And Alexander asking for a sub as he may have hurt his ankle on the other side of the floor. This is out of bounds, last touched by Northrop. Tyvon Alexander going to roll out one of those calves as he came up cramping after that last play. 5:03 third quarter. 4-point Norwell lead. McBride, good shot fake. Got a couple defenders off their feet. And we'll head to the line for 2.
Northrop foul, charge to number 0, Anthony Barnes, his first, team second. At the line for Norwell, number 22, Josh McBride, shooting 2. substitution for the Knights, number 4, Cooper Bunn.
Cooper Bunn back on. Josh McBride hits both free throws. He's up to 15. Leads all scorers in this game as we're inside of 5 minutes to play in the third quarter. Harris, catch, pop, connect. Isaiah Harris hits the three. One possession game. Drive inside. Barnes got his hand stuffed by the rim, but it didn't matter as the layup doesn't go for Privet. Ford to tie. Yes, sir! Ford knocks it through, and we are even at 35. McBride bounce pass, tipped away. Floater for Harris, and it's the lead for Northrop. Timeout, Norwell. How about that for a swing? Defense leading to offense. We'll check out a couple of possessions ago. Defensive pressure for Northrop, the name of the game. Barnes came over, didn't get a hand on it, but he forced a shot. Northrop goes down the floor, and Ford creates his space, knocks down the three. The Bruins have kicked things up a notch and now lead by 2 with 3:59 to play in the third quarter. Don't forget, Jolly Law Firm is the area's best criminal defense firm, helping defend the accused from the government. Whether you're facing an OWI or any other criminal accusation, Jolly Law Firm is the answer. Sioka Cleaning and Restoration, providing commercial cleaning services, including janitorial, water damage, and state-of-the-art disinfecting services throughout Northeast Indiana. Online degree programs at the University of St. Francis are built for convenience and flexibility. Most degrees can be completed in 12 months. Visit online.sf.edu. And if you're looking for specialists in design, build, mechanical, and refrigeration, turn to the experts at TJW Industrial. Find them on Freedom Way or online, tjwindustrial.com. And don't forget the 12,000 Hoosier men and women with Labor's District Council and affiliated local unions that build Indiana. We are LIUNA. So 3:59 to play in the third quarter. And Northrop turning defense into offense. And here's the full court pressure again. Pass up the floor. Harris tried to find his man ahead. Here's McBride on the floater. Doesn't go. Loose ball rebound corralled by Harris. See what Northrop does on this offensive possession. It's a big one after you just took the lead for what feels like the first time all night long. Ford, pull up, jumper, another for Cameron Ford. He's into double figures now with 11. McBride got Barnes off his feet, draws the contact, and Nick McBride going to be headed to the line for 2. Let's see who that foul is on. It's on Barnes, his second, team foul number 3 of the quarter. Josh McBride with 2 free throws. Missed that first attempt. You're just joining us. Norwell led 14-5 at the end of the first quarter. Halftime, Northrop closed the gap to 4, and now the Bruins with a 4-point lead. 3:10 third quarter. McBride with a second of 2. And he missed both on this trip. Ford, hot hand. Doesn't get that one to go, though. Maybe a forced shot for Northrop on a possession where they could have extended the lead to 3 possessions potentially. Taken away by Barnes. Ford inside to Robinson, and he got fouled on the way up. And that sends Robinson to the line. Love to see Barnes get a takeaway and start running the other way, but he knows that's not his game necessarily in the guard play, so he found a guard, and it sets up free throws. Jackson Robinson, 2 free throws. And rimmed out on the first attempt. Both teams will take a look at that charity stripe 15 feet out uncontested and say, we left a few already off the board in this one. All things considered, they've broken even essentially at the free throw line with each other, but too many misses for both coaches, I can assure you that. 2:47 third quarter. Full court pressure broken easily as Thornton scans ahead. Harris relentless. Nick McBride. Kick out left. Good funnel to Richardson. Ball on the floor. Robinson, extra helping in the cookie jar. Alexander underneath, and a reach-in foul on Thornton. And it's free throw time for Northrop with 2:17 to play in the third quarter. Bruins are into the bonus. So Tyvon Alexander to the line for 2. 10 first half points for Alexander. And he's good on the first. To make this a 3-possession game. Cannot. 1 of 2 on this trip for Alexander. But again, too careless with a basketball for Norwell. Scott gives up into the corner. Loose ball in the lane. Thornton down the other side. Tried to hit the reverse lay-in, and he gets a foul call against Scott. And that sends Thornton to the line for 2. Fourth team foul on the Bruins. 1:56 left in the third. Pure from the free throw line there for Thornton. Really good look at stroke. Both teams going to be in the bonus the rest of this third quarter. Alexander, shot doesn't go. Got to get back defensively even if you don't like a no call. McBride, well contested, but it doesn't matter. Nick McBride nails it. A big time 3 from Nick McBride. It's a 1-point game again. Barnes, too easy. And another foul coming on the other side of the floor. It's on Barnes, his third. Josh McBride with a pair of free throws.
Checking in for Northrop, number 5, Montgomery Reese Jr., 11, Cameron Ford, and number 15, Zach Darrow.
McBride goes 1 of 2. Final minute of the third quarter. And great opener between Northrop and Norwell so far. Pretty evenly matched teams. And again, feels like the Bruins may be content. Ford forced it out of bounds, stays here. Reese, his first bucket. Last year's leading scorer. Now down to the final 10 seconds of the third quarter. Here's McBride. Josh McBride fouled. And he comes down pretty hard on that side of the floor.
Northrop foul, charged to number 15, Zach Darrow, his 4th. At the line for Norwell, number 22, Josh McBride, shooting 2. Substitution for the Bruins, number 10, Michael Griffin Jr.
3.8 left on the clock here in the third. Josh McBride hit the first. Here's the second. Got them both. 2 seconds and 1. Reese to Ford at the horn. Off the mark. But a nice response from Northrop in the third quarter. Bruins leading by 3 as we head to the fourth here in Ossian at the Castle. Norwell and Northrop in the season opener.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never making up. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook, Big Low come through frying. Hey, let her cook, okay. Too much cake out bow, oh God. Let her cook, all this sauce I'm trying.
Bruins have the arrow in the and the basketball for the final 8 minutes of play here in the fourth quarter from the Castle, Ossian, Indiana. Before we get the fourth quarter started, I want to remind you, you can earn your edge this season. PSM's Edge Training Program maximizes your athleticism through personalized performance training to reach your goals and get you to the next level. Visit parkviewsportsmedicine.com/edge to schedule your free consultation. Of course, tonight's broadcast being brought to you by SummitCitySports.com. You can find us on Twitter at 260sports. Like our Facebook page, Summit City Sports. Be sure to subscribe to our YouTube channel where you can watch all of our regular season games for free on YouTube. Once again this season. Offensive rebound for Miles Scott, and he had to fight for it. Possession arrow now with Norwell after Northrop started with the ball in the fourth. Jumper, Don LeRae Reese Jr. He was quiet. Did not score until the end of that third quarter. But maybe finding his groove now. Nick McBride trapped out up top. Ooh, and a reach-in foul. Halftime score, Heritage 33, Garrett 17 in boys basketball. Lonte Castle leading Heritage with 11. Marion taking on Mississinewa tonight. First half, Marion 27, Mississinewa 22. Try to get you some other scores from across the area as we can on this opening night of action. 3-ball, splash home for McBride. And the lead is down to 2. Inside of 7 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. Deep shot doesn't go for Ford. Josh McBride thought about it, gives off to Comer. Loose ball. Comer hangs on, and we've got a late whistle and a foul against Northrop.
Northrop foul, charged to number 10, Michael Griffin Jr. His second team, second of the quarter. Checking in for the Bruins, number 0, Anthony Barnes. In for Norwell, number 2, Jack Griffin.
Anthony Barnes back on. We're also live at the Cage tonight, Concordia High School. Try to get you a score update from there. 32-25 Concordia over Leo in the third. So a couple SAC teams on top at the moment. Comer's jumper doesn't fall. Richardson saved it, but to Scott. Numbers up the floor. Reese to Ford, and he'll back it out. 6-12, clock winding in the fourth quarter. Scott, 3. And another foul on the loose ball.
Substitution for Northrop, foul called against Northrop's number 11, Cameron Ford, his first team third. Substitutions for Norwell.
Josh McBride, 21 points. He's the leading scorer in this game, but Northrop, 3 different scorers in double figures. Alexander, Barnes, and Ford all have at least 10 points. Baseball pass going down the floor. McBride got his angle cut off by Barnes. Alexander, coast to coast, lays it in. Tyvon Alexander. $13 points. Here's Josh McBride. Good scoop to the inside. Jolly lays it through. Jolly's had a couple of big buckets here in the second half to keep Norwell well within striking distance. 5:25, clock continues to roll in this fourth quarter. Scott going into Barnes. He kicks back out. Thornton touched it. Out of bounds, stays here. Barnes plus the foul, and Anthony Barnes having a huge second half. 9 points in the second half for Barnes. He's up to 14 total. And now Barnes with 15. 5-point Northrop lead, 5:05 to go. Nick McBride jumper, and it's good. They'll call it good from 3, and a 30-second timeout taken by Norwell. Exactly 5 minutes to play in the fourth quarter. 53-55 56-51. Northrop leading Norwell. I want to remind you that tonight's broadcast of Indiana High School boys basketball is being brought to you by Summit City Sports. You can find us on Twitter or X, whatever you refer to it as nowadays, at 260 Sports. We're also on Facebook. If you search for Summit City Sports, you can find us there. We're on YouTube. All games during the regular season, girls and boys basketball. If it is regular season game, we will be streaming them on YouTube and the IHSAA Champions Network. IHSAATV.org is where you can find it if you're not going to find us on YouTube. But we'll have the local games, all our regular season matchups on YouTube. We'll get into the sectional play and regional play. Those will be on IHSAATV.org for free. And then when we get to the semi-state round is when you have to start paying for things. As we saw just last weekend, semi-state football, 3 different locations in Fort Wayne. Good luck to our Fort Wayne representatives at state starting on Friday night, 3A and 4A. Fort Wayne Lures, Fort Wayne Dwenger, the Bishops playing for state titles this weekend. Northrop basketball, Don LeRae Reese Jr., top of the key 3. It's off the left side of the iron. Loose ball, Privet has to be strong inside, and he is. And Norwell now a chance to tie or take the lead. Thornton, he wants the lead. Left it short. Robinson ahead for Reese. Good work by Nick McBride in transition as he poked it free. It stays on this side of the floor, 4:34, fourth quarter. Foul trouble for Norwell. Drew Jolly has 4 personals. Barnes with 3 personals for Northrop. High point on this inbound. Ford, 3, good! Splashes in another. Ford now with 14 points. Loose ball, Thornton, and a timeout taken by Norwell. We'll take the quick 30-second break with them. 56-51 Bruins, 4:17 remaining in the fourth.
Indiana. The Laborers International Union of North America are building roads and bridges to get Hoosiers where they're going today and a new energy infrastructure that will keep Indiana competitive tomorrow. LIUNA's over 12,000 statewide members also grow local economies, earning good union wages, shopping where they live and work, and paying taxes. We build Indiana for good jobs and stronger communities. The Laborers International Union of North America. We are LIUNA.
Concordia 37, Leo 31. That game in the third quarter. It's 56-51 here. Northrop over Norwell. Fourth quarter action with 4:17 to play. Marion leading Mississinewa 38-33 as well. Those are kind of all the score updates we have right now on this Wednesday night. Start of the basketball season for most teams around the state. Privet, patient, got it up over Barnes, who then commits a foul on Jolly. Sends him to the line for 2 free throws, and that is personal foul number 4 on Barnes. Jolly and Barnes, the only 2 players really in foul trouble on either side. Nobody has 3 fouls. It's just Jolly and now Barnes, each with 4. As Jolly can't get the friendly roll on the free throw. Scott back into the game. Tyvon Alexander also returns.
Substitution for the Knights, number 2, Jack Richardson.
Final 4 minutes of the fourth quarter. 4 team fouls in this quarter against Northrop. Just 2 on Norwell as Reese knocks down another 3. Don LeRae Reese Jr. did not score until the final minute of the third quarter. He's now got 8 points. Privet, pump fake, Feeds up high, extra pass, Nick McBride, yes! Thornton the assist. Ford trying to cut in against the 2-3 zone and a reach-in foul against Northrop.
Norwell foul charged to number 22, Josh McBride, his second, team third of the quarter.
Josh McBride's second. Every possession so crucial down the stretch in the opener. Alexander against the zone. Kick out. Harris just going to dribble back out up high. .245 and counting in the fourth. Alexander, another reach-in foul.
Norwell foul charged to number 10, King Thornton, his third, team fourth. Timeout, Northrop.
And the Bruins to take a 30-second timeout. 59-55 with 2:40 to play in the fourth quarter. Both teams now with 4 team fouls here in the fourth. So in the bonus for both Northrop and Norwell in the final 2:40 of this game. And a couple of big threes made in this one. This was Don LeRae Reese Jr. from the outside. He's up to 8. If Reese scores another bucket, that'll be 4 players in double figures for Northrop. And then Nick McBride on the other side, when you had to have it for Norwell, hits a big-time triple. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. We appreciate them. Longtime sponsors of Summit City Sports. Inbound to Harris. A lot of pressure out up high, and there is a reach-in foul. Although the officials get together, it is a foul on McBride, his third.
At the line for Northrop, number 2, Isaiah Harris shooting 2.
Isaiah Harris shooting 2 free throws. He's got 5 points. It'll be important to hit free throws down the stretch.
Substitution for Norwell, number 14, Drew Jolly.
Drew Jolly with 4 fouls is back in. Harris, 1 for 2. Five-point game. Ooh, reach-in foul against Alexander here, and he's asking, what do I do defensively? It's gotten a little bit tight here in the fourth. Both teams shooting free throws the rest of the way. Nick McBride, 18 points, shooting 2.
Checking in for Norwell, number 2, Jeff Richardson, and number 30, Noah Comer.
McBride up to 20. Josh has 21. 41 of the 57 belong to McBride's. 2:10 to play in the fourth quarter. A one-possession lead for Northrop with the basketball. Arrow favors Norwell on a jump. Alexander tried to give up into the corner. Pass deflected. Harris, floater, fouled. And that'll send Harris to the line for 2. Fourth foul on Comer now. So Comer's got 4. Jolly has 4 for Norwell. 3 fouls on McBride and Thornton. 4 fouls on Barnes for Northrop, who is in the game currently. Harris misses the first of 2. And offense for defense, or defense for offense, whatever way you want to look at it. Jolly's back in the game with those 4 fouls. So Norwell set to get the ball offensively. Harris 1 for 2 on this trip to the line. 61-57. We're inside the final 2 minutes. Bounce pass. Got to be careful if you're Barnes. Jolly goes in. Reach in foul. And let's see who it's on. If it's on Barnes, that's his 5th. It is on Barnes, his 5th personal foul. I think Harris was maybe the one on a reach-in who you could have got with that. And instead, Barnes picks up his 5th personal, and that is a tough way for this night to break for him on what's a really good night for Anthony Barnes. 15 points in his Northrop debut. Jolly hits the first of 2. One of 2 at the line. Harris pulls down a big board for Northrop. Back to a one-possession game. Alexander's the primary ball handler, and he's fouled up high. And I'm not sure that Norwell, wants to get into that foul game this early with 1:26 to play in the fourth. I know there's no shot clock, but some ball pressure is not the worst thing. Tyvon Alexander shoots 2. One of 2 for Alexander, but it is a 2-possession game. Inside, Jolly's 2 open, and he lays it through. 2-point game. Timeout. Norwell. 1:19 to play in the fourth. It is a full timeout, so we'll take the break with them. 2-point Northrop lead over Norwell at the Castle. 1:19 to play in the fourth quarter. Coming down to the wire. Possession arrow does favor Norwell on a jump ball. Northrop leading 62-60. 1 minute, 19 seconds remaining in the fourth quarter. In a game that could come down to free throws. Both teams have not shot their best from the line on this opening night of action. Scorers in this one, 21 points for Josh McBride, 20 points for Nick McBride. Anthony Barnes with 15, Tyvon Alexander with 14, and Cameron Ford also with 14 points for Northrop. Barnes is fouled out of this game. Jolly and Comer with 4 fouls each for Norwell. Northrop will be at Busco on Saturday. Norwell at Mississinewa next Tuesday. Mississinewa playing Marion currently. Full court pressure for the Knights. Reese's pass right to Thornton. Missed the lay-in. But it will stay with Norwell as they create the turnover. Robinson into the game for Northrop. And the Bruins are going to take a timeout. Full timeout for Northrop, and we'll step aside again. It is Norwell basketball, though. They get the turnover, 1:14 remaining in the fourth quarter.
From the PSM Sports Therapy, and I have a message for college athletes. Don't let an injury slow you down while you're home from the holidays. At PSM Sports Therapy, we know athletes, and our team specializes in treating them. Whether you are recovering from surgery, dealing with a nagging injury, or just want to make sure your body is right for your upcoming season, take advantage of your break and schedule your sessions today. That way you can get back to campus feeling stronger than before. Check out our website at psmsports.com or call us at 260-266-4007 to get scheduled.
62-60, Northrop leading Norwell with 1:14 to play in the fourth quarter. Norwell led by 9 after the first. They led by 4 at the half. Northrop took the lead into the fourth quarter. And the Bruins trying to hang on. Again, just one meeting in the last 40 years between these two teams. It was back on December 30th of 2020. Norwell won by 15. Thornton inbounding underneath the cup for Norwell. Both teams are in the bonus. Bounce pass in, Josh McBride right at the rim, too easy. Banks open. We are tied at 62. Final minute. Alexander to Darrow. Lost the ball. Josh McBride scanning out to Nick McBride. 3 for the lead. Trey Privet puts Norwell on top. Timeout for Northrop. Full timeout for the Bruins. Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. We check out the 3 from Privet. Letting them know, forcing the Northrop timeout. And a quick 5-0 run from Norwell. And the Knights have the lead with 39.7 left in the fourth quarter. What a shot from Trey Privet. You force a turnover. And like we saw when Northrop got back into this game and eventually took the lead, it's defense supplying the offense with the opportunities. And the defense for both these teams showing up at crucial moments. One timeout remaining for both teams. 39.7. Coach Merriman walks the sideline. And certainly the Bruins feel like they've kind of let one slip through the grasp in this game, but it hurts to not have Barnes there down the stretch. Fouled out with about 2 minutes to play. Don LeRae Reese Jr. for Alexander to tie. Off the mark. Offensive rebound. 25 seconds to go. Ford. 20 seconds. Gotta go if you're Northrop. Down to 15. Timeout Bruins. 12.2. That is the final timeout for Northrop. Norwell does have one remaining. It will be Northrop basketball out of bounds on the sideline. And Norwell and Northrop both confirming that fact. 30-second timeout. And now the Bruins have to find an option offensively here. Can you set some sort of double screen to get Reese the basketball or get Alexander the ball or even Ford? We've seen all three of those guys knock down some clutch outside shots in this game. That's a little bit different in clutch time right now. Harris, Ford on the floor with Alexander, Reese, and Robinson. It's Thornton, McBride, Privet, and Jolly, the five out there for Norwell. 12.2 to go in the fourth. Inbound, Ford goes to Alexander. Final 10 seconds. Alexander to tie. No. Privet rebound. And he's fouled with 1.7 remaining in the fourth. And it looks like Norwell is going to come from behind and win in the season opener. Privet with 2 free throws. It's got just 5 points tonight, but they have been 5 crucial points for Norwell. And make it 6 as he puts this game out of reach. Knights are going to take their final timeout, make sure they don't give up anything for free. Really good back and forth between these two teams tonight, but Norwell's going to have just a little bit extra in the tank. They'll finish this game on a 6 or potentially 7-0 run on this free throw. And Privet with 4 of the last 6 points, despite just scoring 2 points in the first basically 4 quarters of this game. I mean, clutch time for Trey Privet and the Anderson Heating and Air Conditioning replay. Tied up at 62. McBride moves the ball and Privet corner pocket. Yes, sir. And he's got a right to celebrate off that shot. Tyvon Alexander had a chance to hit a 3 for Northrop. Couldn't get it to go. And then the foul led to these free throws for Privet, who's got one more coming to put this game on ice. Privet, one more free throw to come. Missed it. Reese at the horn, but that's all she wrote. Norwell with the win. Knights score the final 6 points in this game and defeat Northrop 66-62. Your final score, your Parkview Sports Medicine player of the game, Josh McBride, who leads all scorers with 23 points for Norwell. Northrop falls to 0-1. The Bruins will be at Churubusco on Saturday. Norwell at Mississinewa next Tuesday. Hope you have a wonderful and happy Thanksgiving. Stay safe, stay warm, enjoy the company with your family. We'll talk to you for more high school basketball on Saturday night or Saturday afternoon, Saturday evening, and we'll get things fully started once again next week. Good luck in the state championship for football for Bishop Luers and Bishop Dwenger. Once again, Norwell 1-0, Northrop 0-1, 66-62 The Knights victorious over the Bruins. Trey Privet hits the big three to send Norwell to victory.
Welcome to the Summit City, home to the 260's dedicated high school athletes and fans. Each victory and celebration captured by our cameras. Treasure the highlights from the Summit Athletic Conference this season, or complete games live or on demand. After all, nobody's more proud to call Fort Wayne home than SummitCitySports.com.
The athletes has always been here, and they're getting better. I'm watching, Summit City Sports, man, they're doing an awesome job. And, that's a plug. Them dudes are doing an outstanding job. And I'm able to be in Nashville and watch games on YouTube that they're broadcasting, and I'm seeing the talent. And it is just truly outstanding. And, you guys have seen the talent that's in the NFL now from Fort Wayne, Indiana, the talent that's coming up now, and the talent that, is just here, man. It's really cool.
Developed for athletes of all sports, PSM's Edge training program is a personalized, high-intensity experience designed to help you outperform the competition. Whether you're looking to enhance your speed, strength, power, agility, or overall fitness, our expert training staff will build a program that adapts to your schedule while maximizing your overall performance. Now accepting athletes 12 years old and up. Get started today. Schedule your free evaluation at psmsports.com/edge.
I started playing football when I was 4 years old in the Club Football League at Leo. My freshman year of high school, I really started to notice that there was something different about how I played compared to what some other people were playing like. So then I started to develop more. I started to see the results, and then being able to go to Iowa was a big opportunity for me. Being able to train here at PSM has really given me an edge over my competitors. Working on my speed, that's the name of the game nowadays, is who's the fastest guy on the field. Being able to put my body in different positions to allow me to be in the best position during the game. It's so important to not take those days off and just get into a place like PSM where they have flexible hours, and it's good for college athletes to come in and just train.
Anderson Heating and Air, locally owned and operated with over 50 years of experience. Call us today and get a free quote on a brand new furnace and AC, financed and available. Don't wait. Call us today and sign up for a maintenance agreement and stay cool. Our maintenance agreements will ensure that you're first in line if you have an emergency, and we'll send one of our service techs out for cleanings twice a year. Call us at 557-0958 or request an appointment on our website. Call Anderson Heating and Air, where your emergency is our emergency.
Game day, the moment athletes live for, the intensity, the passion, the unforgettable plays. And while you focus on the game, Watermark Sports Photo captures the memories. From the heart-pounding action to the game-winning score, our game day photos make your athlete the star. But we don't stop at game day. With our Sportrait sessions together, we dream up poses and take your athlete's story to the next level. Serving Northeast Indiana and Northwest Ohio, from colleges to high schools and club sports, moments fade, but the memories last forever. Watermark Sports Photo, where every shot is legendary.
At PSM Sports Therapy, recovery is more than getting you back to your sport. It's about building a stronger version of you. Our team of experts uses state-of-the-art technology to build personalized care plans that get you healthy and back in action safely. With no physician order needed, contact us directly to receive top-quality care exactly when you need it. Call 260-266-4007. Visit one of our Fort Wayne locations or go to psmsports.com to learn more.
Let her cook, let me cook. Never gave it, I ain't never gave no. Fell out with them, we ain't never make it up. Back for everything I ever lost, I'm on the mission. We turned the whole house into a booth, we in the kitchen. Let her cook. Big low come through frying. Hey, let her cook. Okay. Too much cake out bow. Oh God. Let her cook. All this sauce I'm trying.
The future is what you make it, so make it matter. At the University of St. Francis, we'll help you build a purposeful life, one based on your interests, goals, and desire to make the world a better place. Learning is personal here. You'll be known by name, supported by experts, and connected to professional opportunities. Our Catholic values will inspire you to use your education for the greater good by serving and leading others. Remember, the future is what you make it. Build a life of meaning and purpose at St. Francis. You belong here.
Tired of waiting for a doctor's referral to start physical therapy? At Indiana Physical Therapy, you don't need a prescription. You have the power to choose where you go for expert care. Our experienced therapists will help you get back to doing what you love. With over 19 locations, getting the care you need has never been easier. Take the first step towards a healthier, more active lifestyle. Visit IndianaPT.com to schedule your appointment today.
Indiana Physical Therapy, where people go to get better.
Here, every athlete is one of one. Every day is an opportunity to improve, to become faster, stronger, healthier. That's our commitment. With elite training and expert care, we transform athletes by pushing through challenges and sharing every victory. PSN, you've got goals. We help you get there. Learn more at psmsports.com.